Hey guys, it's Sai. Behind me we have the McLaren 570S, which we're going to be reviewing today. The reason I'm so excited to review this car is a lot of people call this car the best entry-level supercar. A lot of people also call it the baby McLaren, and I really want to know what this car is all about and show you guys what this car is all about. First things first, I want to talk about the color of the car before I start showing you guys the car. This car is silver in color and it looks amazing in the sunlight today because the light just bounces off and it just looks super sleek in silver. Let's go around to the front and I'll show you guys the trunk space first. What's really cool is there's also no latch here, so you're not like fidgeting for a latch to open the trunk. So it has a decent amount of trunk space. I feel like it's just pretty average for a supercar. I feel like most supercars have this amount of trunk space where you can fit 1 or 2 duffel bags, but not that much more. Coming around to the side, we have the McLaren doors, of course, so you look like a boss getting out of this car. So check this out, guys. What's really cool is this is an air intake right here, and this part, it's actually a gap here, which you can't exactly tell from pictures. It kind of just looks black, but there's actually a gap. And look at that. I can actually slide my hand in and out because where you open the door, there's actually a hole right here. How cool is that? This just gets me every time on McLarens and Lamborghinis. So we actually can't open the engine bay, but you can actually get a peek of the engine through this grille right here. This car is an absolute monster for being a baby McLaren. It's actually 562 horsepower, 443 pound-feet of torque, and is 0 to 60 in just 3 seconds. Fun fact about this car I learned pretty recently. The McLaren symbol right here is the same shape of the taillights right here, and there's a hint of the same shape in the headlights also. So these wheels right here are a $5,000 option, and this car in particular has silver carbon ceramic brakes. Something really interesting about the wheels is they're actually 225 in width, and they're actually only 19-inch wheels in the front and 20-inch wheels in the back, which mean they're a lot narrower and a lot smaller than other supercar wheels. So let's get inside and take a look at the interior. To get inside, you have to step past this little hump here, which, I mean, in my opinion, it makes it a little bit difficult, but it's not the most difficult thing in the world. On the door here, we have the upgraded speaker system, Bowers & Wilkins. And just my first instinct sitting in the car is I just love how much carbon fiber there is and how much Alcantara there is everywhere. Like on the seats, so much carbon fiber on the door, on the wheel, and then Alcantara all over the wheel. It's like super noticeable. There's actually a latch right here to open and close the doors. So you just pop it open and push it up like that. And to close it, as I learned, you can very gently close the doors because they are soft closed doors. In the center here, we have a touch screen. It's pretty cool. And we have a small cup holder here for 1 cup, which I don't know how practical it is because taking your coffee in and out of here might be kind of difficult. But the most important part is right here. We have the engine start stop right here. And then we have the 3 different modes you can drive the car in. But really interestingly about this car is you actually have to press the active button before you change the mode to activate the mode you're in. So we have the normal mode, the sport mode, and the track mode on this car. And of course this car is a Spider, so the top does go up and down automatically, which is so nice. And you actually have a bit of storage space where the top goes as well. If I had to pick the one thing I dislike most about this car, it's how hard it is to adjust your seat. So we're just about to go on our drive and I was trying to move my seat up and I realized the buttons are over here. They're literally down here where your hand can barely reach and you can't really see what's what. So I was kind of just like pushing everything, trying to go forward, and it's just basically impossible to change your seat setting. Being a supercar, of course, we need a lift, and the lift is operated by this stalk right here. All these stalks are really interesting because they're not like your normal stalks. They're like very thin and they're shaped like this. Let's start her up and go on the drive. Impressive for stock. So really quickly before we go on the drive, I want to show you guys the different displays we have on this screen right here. So here we have the normal mode display. This is the sport mode display. And we have the track mode display here. I'm actually going to rev the car in track mode to show you guys something. So as you guys saw, it limits us at 4,000 RPM, and that's because of fuel emissions requirement. Alright guys, we're going on a drive. I'm wearing my mask because I'm with Richard, who owns this car. We were just talking about so many interesting things about this car that I'm excited to share with you guys. The very first thing we were talking about already is how the paddles move with the wheel, and I'm a strong believer in fixed paddles. I just love when they're fixed and you know exactly where to reach. I'm excited to see how this car performs. Let's go! Okay, this is fun. Already I'm liking it. So this car is rear-wheel drive, so I'm also really curious to see how sticky it'll be on the road. Richard also said something earlier about turbo lag and how you can really feel it in this car. So I'm really curious to see when we open it up some more how bad it is. So something really cool about this car is it's actually the cheapest McLaren 570S in the whole country. Do you want to say what price you got it for?
Yeah, I got it for $135,000, which is cheaper than a lot of coupes.
I mean, that's absolutely insane. So far, sounds good, drives well minus the turbo lag, but it handles really well in the curves too, which I'm super impressed about. A little rush there. That sounds amazing. The brakes aren't as touchy as I would think though for carbon ceramics.
Yeah, sure.
Alright guys, one last pull before we wrap up. Okay, this car is fun, and a huge thank you to Richard for sharing this car with us on the channel. Don't forget to leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think of the 570S and what you guys think about, should this be on the list for the search of my next car? Oh my god, I hadn't considered it, but maybe. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. As always, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.